name's Deborah Lynn. I go by Red Hot Dollars on Twitter. And my stocks, that's candy. When I was a kid, I really loved that candy. And sadly, they don't make it anymore. Anyway, I have a small craft business. It's wholesale. And my business is I take these sticks from the Amish that I buy from them. It's 48 inches long. They're 33 pounds, 50 in a bundle. I carry these down 9 I don't carry them. I slide them down 9 very dangerous steps that are almost straight up and down. I take the sticks, I cut them in half, sand them, paint them, assemble them, decorate them, put tags on them, put them in a box, carry them back up those steps that I despise, out to my van, and take them into my wholesale booth in a warehouse. There's about 50 of us in there who sell all wholesale. My husband and I were in a car accident in 2018. A 16-year-old boy was on his phone, crossed over the line, hit us head on. I had most of the impact. I had the muscles in my neck couldn't support my head. I was in a neck brace for about 6 months. I had torn ligaments in my shoulder, so I had that operation, and I had an arm brace. I had a cracked sternum and a cracked kneecap, so I was in a leg brace for about 2 months. I had physical therapy for almost a year, and it took me almost another year to get to the point of driving again. My husband had about 3 months of physical therapy, and he was okay. He was okay then. Anyway, we were working on our business, and my husband would bring me things to work on upstairs. And while I was just sitting there doing nothing, he encouraged me to get into stocks, which I did. And we were doing really well. We were at the point where we wanted to sell our business and go play with our grandkids. And that was the goal. And just continue to do stocks and get rid of the business. We were going to sell it. The business is worth, with all my inventory and everything and I have, is worth probably about $40,000. And in 2020, COVID hit, and for a month and a half we sat around and just stared at each other. And then all of a sudden the phone started ringing, and we had orders, and we were busier than we ever were since 2010, or 2016 is when we bought the wholesale business. People were bored and they wanted to shop, and the only way they could do that was online with shipping. So their retail stores would ship our products to them. It was great. We were making lots of money, and we were getting ready to sell the business. The early part of 2021, my husband got sick. We couldn't understand what was wrong with him. We went to the doctor, found out he had a very aggressive, rare form of kidney cancer. So for 8 months, I was driving him to the cancer center in Philadelphia. I was very fortunate. I had family, friends, neighbors, everybody helping me cut my grass, help me put stars together, buying groceries, doing my laundry. It was great. I live in a great community, and I have a very good family source. Anyway, December, 3 days before our 30th anniversary, my husband passed away. And so I was left with everything, to do everything. I had to learn. I had quite a lesson in when to change the oil in my trucks, and when to cut the grass, and how to change a fitting on a pipe, and things my husband did, I now had to do, or I called and begged my kids to come and fix something for me, which they did. Anyway, in 2022, I was basically in denial till about the summer. My one son lives in Florida, everybody else is local, so I would go and I would stay at everybody's house. I visited my son twice in those 6 months. I was running. I didn't want to do this business anymore. I just wanted to be with my family. I didn't want to have to work. I'm 68 years old. I wanted to be retired. I wanted to be able to just enjoy the rest of my life. I wanted to be able to travel and go places and all kinds of stuff. And well, I can't do that now. Anyway, when we were in stocks, during the time that my husband was sick, I did not once turn on my computer. I couldn't. I didn't have time. Financially, it wiped us out. My husband's medication and driving to Philly was beyond anything I ever imagined. And it just wiped us out. But anyway, it was okay. I got through it. In 22, I guess it was about the summer of 22, I stumbled upon MMTLP. And my son in Florida, he also does stocks with me, and we research together and decide on something, then we get into it, and we both bought the same amount of shares. Anyway, and here we are. I homeschooled some of my kids. We sent some of our kids to Christian school, and some went to college, and some were in the Army. And my husband and I taught our kids values. We taught them to love the Lord, have faith, love one another, love family, be honest, be truthful, and have faith, and just to be good citizens. And I do have very successful, very caring, very, very wonderful family. My kids are great. Anyway, when this all happened in December, it was the anniversary of my husband's passing. It was a really hard time. My kids all understood what was happening with MMTLP, and they were all it was hard for them to understand. It was hard for me to admit to my kids the depth of the dishonesty and lying and cheating and stealing that goes on in our country, that goes on with people who have money that they don't need any more money. It was just really hard for me to explain to them to still have faith, to still trust in people. I get on spaces. I don't speak because I'm a smart person, but I don't feel I know much about the stocks, or I don't know much about everything that goes on. I listen to other people, and they're all so smart, and they all know what's going on. And I wish I could have gone to Washington. I couldn't get any of my kids to go with me. Otherwise, I couldn't talk anybody else to standing in the cold to go down there. But I would have. Maybe this summer. I might if somebody else does it again this summer. Anyway, this whole thing is not fair, and it's really disappointing. It's disappointing because I feel whether we have one share or we have millions, all of us who are suffering from this are in the same boat, and that boat's sinking. And I don't want to be thrown to the wolves in all of it. I want a lifeline sent to that boat we're in. And I don't know that I even want to go back to 2 days of sharing, because I'm so afraid that they're going to short it all over again, and we'll end up with less than what we have now, which is nothing. And so I really would like a cash settlement, one that'll knock my socks off. And I just want people at the top, whoever is making that decision, to just, for crying out loud, just be honest. Just do what's right. Be fair. Don't lie anymore. Just be honest. How hard is it to do that? But I guess when you're collecting a lot of money that isn't yours, it's easy to keep getting away with it. Anyway, I just want to say that I just have to keep waiting until something happens, and I'm very thankful to all those people who are working really hard. I ask that the Lord will just bless them. I ask, there's a lot of people on Spaces who I've heard their testimony that they have it a lot harder than I do. I mean, I have it hard, but they have it really hard, and they have kids that are depending on them, and houses, and so many financial problems, all because of this, that we all thought it was going to get better, but it didn't. So anyway, I need to go. I need to go upstairs, and I need to put on my work clothes. I need to come downstairs, and I need to get to work. And at 68 years old, I have had enough of this. I would like the rest of my life to be fun and go enjoy the time with my kids and with my grandkids. And so I just pray for everybody on Spaces. I love you all. I don't speak on there because I don't know enough, but just know that I'm sitting in the background and praying for each and every one of you. I love you all.